When I talk about the Matrix, I'm talking about the systems which have been created by society, which are deliberately designed to enslave. In the movie, the Matrix were used for our body heat, but here, in this Matrix, we're used for our efforts and our energies. And you're existing inside of a system which is deliberately rigged to make the rich richer and for the poor to stay poor.
Top G, people wanna come and minus me. Everybody look at me, I'm a G. Why you mad at me? Cause I'm a G. Yeah, top G, people wanna come and minus me. Everybody look at me, I'm a G. Why you mad at me? Cause I'm a G. Yeah, top G's only. Too many phony, masculine homies. Females acting like they are holy. Ends up being lonely. No time for game, weightlifting games, betting some flame. Too many names, breaking their chains. Me busy switching lanes. Top G, people wanna come and minus me. Everybody look at me, I'm a G. Why you mad at me? Cause I'm a G. Yeah, top G, people wanna come and minus me. Everybody look at me, I'm a G. Why you mad at me? Cause I'm a G. Your mind must be stronger than your feelings. People betray, even if they're reading. Stay away from the demons, life has a meaning. No use in repeating, yeah. People don't like it when I keep it going. My rap is the best and I keep it flowing. My social media keeps on growing. My looks I keep glowing. Top G, people wanna come and minus me. Everybody look at me, I'm a G. Why you mad at me? Cause I'm a G. Yeah, top G, people wanna come and minus me. Everybody look at me, I'm a G. Why you mad at me? Cause I'm a G. Top G, people wanna come and minus me. Everybody look at me, I'm a G. Why you mad at me? Cause I'm a G. Yeah, top G, people wanna come and minus me. Everybody look at me, I'm a G. Why you mad at me? Cause I'm a G.
Dancing is enjoying an enormous boom, partly as the result of the war, but also owing to the popularity of a new vogue started by the Lambeth Walk. Knees Up Mother Brown in costume, a modern rendering by experts of the traditional ditty. Who was Mother Brown? Well, she was an old lady, not at all like the majority of young people now thronging the ballrooms, but here's the song with the steps, judge for yourself.
Knees up, Mother Brown. Come along, dearie, let it go. E-I-E-I-E-I-O. It's your blooming birthday. Let's wake up all the town. So knees up, don't get the breeze up, knees up, Mother Brown. Knees up, Mother Brown. Knees up, Mother Brown. Come along, dearie, let it go. E-I-E-I-E-I-O. It's your blooming birthday. Let's wake up all the town. So knees up, don't get the breeze up, knees up, Mother Brown.
The computer, an extension of the human intellect, center of the most calculating intelligence on Earth.
I am the computer man, and I am ready for questions now, thank you.
Mr. Computer Man, how much is 2 + 2?
4.
Mr. Computer Man, how do you spell cat?
C-A-T.
Mr. Computer Man, how do you spell supercalifragilisticexpialidocious?
With letters. I am the computer man. I can do anything you can. I am the computer man. I can do anything you can. Computer man is very wise. He speaks the truth, he never lies. So if there's something you don't understand, just ask the computer man.
Hi, Mr. Computer Man. My name is Jenny. I have a question for you.
Wait, Jenny does not compute. What is your number, please?
Number? I don't have a number. I'm a person.
A person? A person? Amazing! I am the computer man. I can do anything you can. I am the computer man. I can do anything you can.
Do you know what nemesis means? A righteous infliction of retribution manifested by an appropriate agent. Personified in this case by an honourable cunt. Me.
Play us a sad song, Jack. A nice sad one. When you try your best but you don't succeed. When you get what you want but not what you need. When you feel so tired but you can't sleep. Stuck in reverse. When the tears come streaming down your face. 'Cause you lose something you can't replace. When you love someone but it goes to waste. What could be worse? Lights will guide you home and ignite your bones, and I will try to fix you. Up above or down below. When you're too in love to let it show. Oh, but if you never try, you'll never know just what you're worth. Lights will guide you home and ignite your bones, but I will try to fix you. I want to go to Texas
Texas would be great.
Texas looked really nice. And I like the big cowboy hats they wear, the big giant ones. George Bush was a Texan.
Yeah.
He had his own ranch. He was a real-life cowboy. And he used to chill in his ranch, smoking weed and riding horses. And he played golf. And then he had... who was after him? It was Obama, wasn't it?
I think so.
Obama, first black president, of course. Now, I wasn't a major fan of Obama, but he was much better than what they got now. Definitely. At least he was a bit rational, to some extent, and he wasn't senile. I think Donald Trump was very underrated. A lot of Americans liked him, really. The world press kind of give him a bad rap. And it's like a lot of people, it's like the Lotus Eaters said in a podcast the other day I was watching, how Donald Trump is banned from Twitter, and yet they allow the Taliban on Twitter, and they won't block their accounts. Now that just seems very wrong to me. Can you really, honestly, rationally say that Donald Trump is worse than the Taliban? Nah, you're just salty, ain't ya? That's all it is, because he speaks truth. What do you think about Trump?
I think he's brilliant, mate. He done some great things.
I'll admit, when he first come out, I was weary of him. I thought he was a bit dodgy. I didn't think he'd be that good.
It's just because of how he talks.
Exactly, but he proved himself. And I spoke to a lot of Americans, white, black, Mexicans, and they all loved him. They said that he got more work, he lowered the taxes, he kept the immigration low, and it was better for the people. But they don't show you that in the news. You've got to actually talk to the American people to learn that. They try to discredit his good work in the news. And it's like the opposite. With Biden, you get the news are trying to make it out like he's some amazing president that's going to change the world and he's progressive. But he ain't done fuck all, really, apart from get loads of people killed. It's all backwards.
Fucking Sleepy Joe.
Old fucking pedo Joe. He's for a start, he's too old to be president. I mean, Trump's quite old, I'll give you that. But at least he's sane. He got all this up here. He's still got his marbles.
But he's smart, isn't he? See?
And he's smart.
A self-made fucking
entrepreneur,
multi-millionaire, isn't he?
And he loves his country.
So he knows how business works.
He's your stereotypical 80s American, isn't he? Like that, the symbol of what American used to be. Like, you can, I don't know, he's just, to me, he is perfect. He's perfect for the position of president.
Of course he is.
He would have been, he just needed more time and less hate. He had a lot of inside hate, you see. People trying to sabotage him. And they even tried blaming the riots at the White House on him, on his fans.
And then you find out later on it was
and they're trying to say
left-wing people among the crowd causing the problems.
Exactly. See? And now they're trying to say that event was worse than 9/11, when loads of people died.
That's very...
That's just disgusting and disrespectful to everyone's families that died in 9/11. I think that's terrible. And you should be ashamed of yourself if you're spouting that. That's the sort of thing, people, that the extreme left are trying to spout out. And it's not even that we're ranting about it like it's going to go away. It's not. It's getting indoctrinated into American schools and British schools and European schools and Australian schools, New Zealand schools, everywhere, except places like China and stuff, because they're fascists and they teach their own stuff. They won't allow wokeness, which is kind of good in a way. I expect their people are a little bit happier in some ways. But it's like in Afghanistan. Recently they said that the Taliban tore down a George Floyd memorial. Now, that's got no place being there anyway. That's just
got no place being anywhere, really.
That's just going to riot up the people, isn't it? What has that got to do with Afghanistan and its plight? Nothing. Nothing. It's just trying to introduce extra drama into other people's lives that probably never even heard of George Floyd. I don't think that most Afghan citizens would even care what was going on in America.
Of course not.
Let alone know what was going on. It's terrible, really. The world is upside down. Upside down, and that's reality. That is reality. And I'm glad that we could bring it to
Still
you.
got a bit of that fish in my teeth.
Bjorn had fish fingers earlier. Food of the gods. They're a nice, quick, simple meal. You can have them in a sandwich on their own. Bit of ketchup.
And some vinegar.
And some vinegar as well. Beautiful. Yeah, America's always been good for food. Big burgers. They've always been known to be on the portly side, aren't they, Americans? Slightly jolly. They're,
Well, that man v food fella, he liked food a bit much, didn't he?
Was that the man who ate loads of McDonald's? He lived on...
I think that's the same one.
There was an American guy...
He was told to stop because basically you're about to fucking die.
Yeah, he done an experiment and he lived for like a week or two on McDonald's, only McDonald's, and his liver was going to shut down because of all the salt. But you can't blame him. Like, I bet the Americans make some cracking food, mind, don't they? Their McDonald's won't be like ours. It'll be like proper meat, not all this vegan tofu shit. Like proper meat, slices, proper steaks and shit. I love a burger. Good burger. I bet Biden makes horrible burgers, though. You can imagine if you had like Donald Trump, George Bush, they'd be pretty good at like doing barbecues and stuff, I reckon, because they're manly men, ain't they? They like to socialise. They're one of the lads. They're like, yeah. Come and have a beer with me. Come and have a beer with me. I'm Don. I'm George. But no, you look at Biden, and if you went round his house, it would be like he'd be sat in his armchair, and his wife would be doing the cooking. He'd be like, oh, give him another burger. Give him another burger. And then he'd get up halfway through, when he's meant to be talking to you and eating, he'd just wander off. That's how senile he is.
Go for a walk in his slippers and his smoking jacket.
I saw a video the other day. He was like, he was meant to be introducing his wife to this crowd, and she was going to give a little speech, and he was there next to her, and then halfway through her speech, he just lets at his watch, and then he goes...
And then fucks off.
And just walks off. And she's there, and she's like, oh...
The leader of the free world.
Leader of the free world is not a gentleman at all. Don't even support his wife. What sort of man does that say he is? He goes around sniffing the hair of youngsters. All these little incidents, they all add up, you know. And you can't blame it all on his senileness.
And his racist comments. Earlier in his career, it seemed to be forgotten about.
I've heard a lot of hypocritical things about him in his early career. Look up early Joe Biden. Old clips of Joe Biden, his old policies. And you'll find that most of them are the opposite of what he's spouting now.
Not very nice against black people at all,
Black
Joe
people,
Biden.
he didn't like them. Oh, he didn't like them, old Joe. But now he does. Because of Black Power, Black Lives Matter and stuff. He's got to support that.
Just convenient for him, wasn't it?
He'd get the votes, wouldn't he? But he don't want Trump coming back. So that concludes a bit of our little talk on America. We will come back to certain subjects because it's always relevant. The United States, they're always relevant. They got their fingers in every little pie. And I'm sure there'll be a lot more to come from Biden. Thanks for watching Reality. We are proud to bring you reality from us to the people. Ain't we, Bjorn?
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna get some hair implants in my big forehead. And I'm going to send the picture to Macy Gray.
Ah, right.
Then maybe, you know.
Then maybe, yeah. He likes Macy Gray. He likes her a lot.
Gorgeous.
Thank you for watching Reality. We'll catch you on the next one.
You're a chimpanzee full of snakes. Your life's a war. Let me lead you out of chaos and into order. You set a goal for 5 years from now, but goal. Perhaps even you could manage that. So let's go. Clean that up! Clean your room, young man.
Clean up!
Follow your 5-year plan.
Clean that up!
Think about the man you could become.
Clean that up!
Those modernism's bad.
Clean up!
So go find your dad.
Clean that up!
And save him from the belly of the whale. Sort yourself out. Sort yourself out. You cannot escape the suffering that comes with life. Carry all your pain, become the hero archetype. Clean that up! Clean your room, young man.
Clean up!
Follow your 5-year plan.
Clean that up!
Think about the man you could become.
Clean that up!
Cause modernism's bad.
Clean up!
So go find your dad.
Clean that up!
And save him from the belly of the whale. Sort yourself out. That you know to be lies. Sort yourself out.
Thank you so much.
Where is he? How the fuck should I know? Just get me out of here. Casper, you gotta be quiet. Now shut that dog up. Please. I gotta get out of here. Catherine, the other officers will be here any minute now. Quiet.
legend was born. In the streets and stages where rebels are sworn, Johnny Scab, the name they know. A creative force with an unyielding flow. Run the waves of the 80s and 90s with the rock stars and all the shiny glories. On man of the broken postman, loud and proud. In Japan, Lithuania, Slovakia, they drew a crowd. Johnny Scab, an international legend, critic, artist, never to be questioned. From slums to stars, a personality grand. D2O king with a mighty stand. Honorary rock star, slumlord by name. In the world of oddities, he found with tools to touch the strangest heart. Defeated circus sharks in a glorious fight. Claim the throne of villains in the dead of night. An animator with flair, mulling mysteries on screen. With Dr. Ben and Quinlan, in comics stay he's seen. Johnny Scab, an international legend, critic, artist, never to be questioned. From the slums to the stars, a personality grand. The antelope king with a mighty stand. Defeat circus jacks in a glorious fight. Claim the throne of villains in the dead of night. An animator with flair, mulling mysteries on screen. With Dr. Ben and Quinlan, in comics skate he's seen. Johnny Scab, an international legend, critic, artist, never to be questioned. From the slums to the stars, a personality grand. The antelope king with a mighty stand. Scab Cast and reality podcast with Skullhammer by his side. A voice that echoes far and wide. In the realm of the strange, he's the guiding light. A real-life villain in the endless fight. A model, a reporter, a media star. In every form of art, he sets the bar. Johnny Scab, the genius, the fan of Malin's craft. In the shadows, in the spotlight, he's forever chapped. With the comics he commands, he leads the way. Breaking norms, redefining the day. An icon, a rogue, a hero to some. Johnny Scab, the legendary one. Johnny Scab, an international legend, critic, artist, never to be questioned. From the slums to the stars, a personality grand. The antelope king with a mighty stand. So raise a glass to the man of the hour. Johnny Scab with all his power. A tale of grit, of fire and flair. A living legend, beyond compare.
Patriots, Europe is sick, and it's happening in Great Britain. Okay? Get your people organised, unify your countries. Enough is enough. The line in the sand has been drawn. We're being replaced no longer.
I've been muted all that time, haven't I? I'm sorry. Well, that was a fucking ball ache. Right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Scab Cast. Evening. Got Bjorn with me. I'm going to do that all again. Yeah, welcome everyone in the chat. I was reading out all your names. I'll quickly go through them again because I'm a nice person. And that was my fault. Katie Dids in the chat. Tree Goblin. Dennis Rodriguez. Hansel Hauser. Adam Weber. Grim Jim. 666. We got Repairman Jack, Mr. Perfect. Yeah. Wolf and Bear. Dennis Rodriguez. And a few more here. Thanks for tuning in. I can't go through you all again. I've just done it in detail at the minute. Right, we got a little civil war going on in England at the minute. The migrant population has reached an influx that the people are just pissed off about. We've had 3 little girls murdered. There's riots in the streets all over the different cities. We've got things being burnt, hotels being attacked. And it is a violent situation, but it's predicted. It's been predicted for ages. It's bound to happen. If you ignore the people and what the people of the country want for too long, then they're going to boil over and you're just going to get fucked. The problem is that our police are very fascist here. They're very pro-migrant. They're pro-left wing. And they hate anyone that tilts even like a little bit further than the middle to the right. They call them far right.
You can't even be in the middle politically now, can you? Without being called a far right thug.
Exactly, it's all slipped, isn't it? It's like the middle or the far right.
It's fucking arresting middle-aged women, aren't they?
Yeah, they're arresting women on the streets. There's a woman recently, probably about 30 or 40. She she pushed a wheelie bin at a policeman in a riot, and the next day they got her a photo and they went and kicked her door in and dragged her out her house. We've got fascist police over here at the minute. Yet Wolf and Bear says two-tier policing. That is it.
A couple of years ago, you can have Black Lives Matter supporters tearing down statues and kicking shit out of people and damaging shops and whatever else. The police fucking stand there and just watch.
Exactly.
Now look what's happening.
But it's gone too far, and everyone's starting to realise it now. Everyone. And I implore you all of you, to sort your countries out, stand up for your rights, because it's happening everywhere. Just because America might be bigger and you've got more land, you're still getting infiltrated. So, and Europe is fucked. They're all over Europe. It's basically another...
Except for like Hungary and Poland, we need to be more like that.
Yeah, Hungary, Poland, the Netherlands. The Netherlands. I was watching the Netherlands Prime Minister earlier. He's got a plan to get rid of all the migration. He wants to get rid of mosques. He wants to get rid of any Islamic-owned businesses in his country. Yeah, it's a very dire state. It's a very dire state. And it's happened in London, it's happened in Manchester, Southport, Bristol. It's going on everywhere in England at the minute. There's riots in the streets. But the thing is, unless more people get up and stand together, they ain't going to get nowhere, because the police and the government are so communist that they're always going to take the side of the wrong uns. Your authorities, Dennis Rodriguez, what's this, mate? The police is just the middleman. Your authorities are the leftist scum completely. Yeah, but the police... Thing is, you say that, the police is just the middleman, they're just doing their jobs. But if I was a policeman and I was asked to defend violent Muslims, I would quit my job. I wouldn't sell myself out like that. So they are in the wrong, really, ain't they? Because
fucking right,
they're choosing to do that.
They're facilitating the decisions of these wankers,
Yeah,
aren't they?
they're facilitating it. Yeah, they're enabling it. Bristol, oi. You're Bristol, oi. You from Bristol, you tree goblin? Manchester Airport. Yeah, the Muslim guy at Manchester Airport that smashed the policewoman's nose. He got no charge. He just got let off. Disgusting, isn't it? And yet they'll arrest a little old lady that's at a right-wing march. Disgusting.
Right wing. Fucking ain't seen nothing yet, have they?
Yes, I agree with you. They follow the orders blindly. Yeah, that just exactly, isn't it? It just makes them as bad as the people above them. Like you still would have, like most Nazi soldiers, you wouldn't have let off, would you? If they were proper Nazis. No, they're only following orders. The police are just they're cowards. They got no spine. They should stand up to their superiors and say, we're not here to defend the enemies of our country. We're here to protect our own people from what they're doing. And I don't know if it's the same in America. I don't know if it's getting that bad over there yet, because you've got a bit more backbone than us. Your police don't really give a fuck. I don't know, but it will do. Trust me. Mark my words. If something ain't done about it soon, it's going to just flood the whole world. It's a new form of communism, really. It's a mix. We got two things going on. We got like the New World Order, like the WEF, and this neo-communism sort of thing that's happening in our governments. And at the same time, they're allowing... Oh, Kamikaze gifted a membership. Thank you, Kamikaze. It's very, very, very great here. Yeah, it is... It's beyond the joke now. People are standing up. And our Prime Minister, Keir Starmer come out and threatened all the people. He basically said that if you go and protest against the police and stuff, then we're just going to lock you all up. You're all criminals.
The same Keir Starmer who fucking got on his knees and supported Black Lives Matter when they was rioting.
Yeah, he kneeled, didn't he?
Yeah.
That's it. Right, and the same Keir Starmer that used to be a lawyer and defended Jimmy Savile, one of the most notorious paedophiles in England. That's who's our Prime Minister now, a paedophile sympathiser. So yeah, if any Americans over there are like in higher jobs in governments that watch me or anything, who've got contacts, would you come and liberate us? Send your troops in to help us out and burn down some of the mosques. Because we're just taken over at the minute. We ain't got enough soldiers to even deal with it. And the soldiers, I'm convinced that the government ask our soldiers to come and help police, that they'll be on most of the people's side, to be honest. They ain't gonna wanna defend.
Soldiers are patriotic people, aren't they, in general?
Yeah, most of our soldiers have fought against these extreme terrorists in Afghanistan and stuff like that. They're not going to want to defend them on their own streets against their own brothers and sisters. That'd be disgusting. I've got a little Gert Wilder's speech thing here now. He's got fatwas out on him, like Tommy Robinson. He's got fatwas out on him. He got about 3 or 4 of them, apparently, because he's so hated by the Muslim community.
He must be doing something right.
Yeah, he speaks his mind. That's what he's doing right. He's telling the truth. It's fucking computer. Bear with me, folks. I'm trying to rewind the video because it's gone ahead of itself. Yeah, for those of you that don't know, Gert Wilder is the President or Prime Minister of the Netherlands. He's a great man. They call him right wing, far right, but he's just right. He's just normal. He's telling the truth. And we need more people like him. People that are going to stand up for their country, like real leaders. Not slimy little ass-lick worms like Dharma.
Because I got 5 fatwas from Pakistan, from many.
They're calling for him to be hung.
With my personal security, because I got 5 fatwas from Pakistan, from many Arab countries, where imams and mullahs said that I had to be killed. Today you see in Holland that not only when it comes to immigration, but also when it comes to other issues. So at the end of the day, we make this normal because, well, we are everything but racist. In Holland, indigenous people are the people that are discriminated against. It's not the people who get houses.
As Bjorn just said, for a racist country, they had a lot of black people play for him in football. The Netherlands are not racist at all. They've always had a high black population. What was his name? The famous footballer with the dodgy mole eyes who came from Netherlands.
Your favourite, like Edgar Davids.
Edgar Davids. Yeah, he was a brilliant footballer. He was
Dutch.
He was Dutch. He was loved over there. They're not racist at all. They're patriots. Want their country back like the rest of us. It's beyond the joke.
The Dutch indigenous people. So who is discriminating who? And people are really angered about that.
You know why they don't like him, don't you? Looks a little bit like Donald Trump, doesn't he?
He's a bit like Trump, isn't he?
He's got a similar sort of haircut, and
his pledge, no Islamic schools, Qurans or mosques in his country. Now that is based. That's spot on.
Acknowledge that Islam is an influential ideology that fosters hatred and terror, and as a result is not compatible with the values of the Netherlands. close our borders right away to asylum seekers and immigrants originating from Islamic countries. We should withdraw from the Schengen Agreement and reintroduce our own border
Notice how he
controls.
says from Islamic
3. Begin by
countries. He was
dismantling
just
Islamic
that
institutions
racist
like
about
mosques.
any country at
Start
all,
by
wasn't he?
closing foreign-funded
Exactly.
mosques.
Exactly. He only says Islamic countries there, not Arabic countries or anything like that. It's not your skin colour. It's not your race. It's the ideology, your sick, barbaric ideology.
Including funding from abroad, and are under the authority of Diyanet, the Turkish Ministry of Religious Affairs, and not us. 4. Lock up anyone who threatens or uses violence or deport them from our country, and if necessary, take preventive action against those hundreds of supporters and thousands of sympathizers of the jihadist movement in the Netherlands. And 5, Chairman, request all schools, newspapers, media to display a Mohammed cartoon in order not to provoke, but to demonstrate that we never give in to threats and violence, and that we proudly and firmly support our freedom.
Now, that's the sort of thing that Trump would come out with, and he is very, I think he'd get on with Trump. He'd get on with Trump, I think.
Well, I think he did, didn't he, when he was actually in the White House?
Oh, yeah, they probably met a few times, didn't they? They will prescribe any national opposition party for right by the end of the year. Yeah, anyone that opposes them is far right, or any other Western country. Yeah, I'm guessing you're on about being fed up. Every Western country. Oh, what's this? Dennis Rodriguez. Wilders was a bit of a disappointment when he followed suit after another politician said the Great Replacement is a far-right conspiracy. Ah, right, I didn't know that. But still, that or not, he's still doing something for his country. You got to fight against what's coming at us. He is based. I think he is based. The thing is, he's probably saying that he don't believe in conspiracy theories because he don't want to put off, like, a lot of people think you're mad if you believe in conspiracy theories. What's this about Dr. Ben? I heard Dr. Ben is working on a Mohammed comic. Maybe you can put Gert into contact with him. Yeah, maybe. Maybe you can get it published in the Netherlands. Where is Dr. Ben? Get him in here. Summon him for me. Johnny calls him. Still doing something. Yes, Dennis Rodriguez says. What have we got here? Grim Jim. The Americans aren't as choked by this shit as us. Yeah, they don't understand this. Yeah, definitely. Because their countries are big. We got to live with it round every corner. We're all cramped in England. You can't really. It's not like miles and miles between towns and villages and
And we're getting more cramped every fucking day, hundreds at a time across the channel, thousands a week.
Yeah, we're overflowing. Oh, guess what as well? We're drinking Budweiser tonight, and it's got the 3 lions on it. The England football team sign, our medieval coat of arms.
Seems like a bit of a U-turn for big Budweiser, doesn't it?
Yeah, and it's not Bud Light. It's Budweiser with an England flag on. So thank you, Budweiser, for supporting England. Not many people would have the balls to put that on their product nowadays. You might get called racist. Oh my God. My summoning worked. Dr. Ben, Gert Wilder, the Dutch Prime Minister, he's calling for people to make Mohammed cartoons and pictures. So if you can get in touch with the Dutch embassy or something to do with him, some sort of government, look him up on Twitter. You could be onto one there, Ben, if you're doing a Mohammed comic.
Just keep your wits about you. You don't want to be the next Charlie Hebdo, do you?
Yeah. You will have a fatwa out on your head after, or maybe a few, but it might be worth it. You might make a lot of money. Yeah, I like him anyway. I like the change that he's bringing. I'm going to put the link in the chat in case Dr. Ben wants to come in. So I like Dr. Ben. And we can talk about it a bit more. As I want to hear about his Muhammad comic. If he's drawing a picture of Muhammad, that's quite controversial, that is. Not many people have the bollocks to do that, especially publish it. You've got to be pretty careful, Ben. Je suis Charlie. Salute. Yeah, that was sick, wasn't it?
Second fucking word, mate.
Reclaim Constantinople. Reclaim Constantinople, yeah.
Istanbul now, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all changed. Afternoon, y'all. How you doing, Tex? You commented earlier before the show started, Tex, and asking if it was about all the trouble in Britain, and yeah, it is. You might want to rewind some of it back later. But yeah, we've been talking about, anyone just tuning in, we've been talking about the plight of the British people at the minute. We're in a civil war, and you might not take that seriously, but we are. We're being oppressed. Our own police are turning against us. We've got a fascist called Keir Starmer in power, who's like a secret communist. Strange Signal, hello. Strange Signal has sent a £2 super chat in, and he says, $1 for both of you. Greetings, Bjorn and Scab. Thank you, Strange Signal.
Thank you very much, mate.
You give us $1. You give us £1 each, Bjorn. Thank you. Yes, that's very nice of you. I suppose we're kind of like news reporters, isn't we, at the minute? Because we're telling you the real British news that you're not hearing over there.
I bet Sleepy Joe don't want you to know about it.
Yeah, you'll only get like the BBC and stuff like that, and they're just bollocks. They're just paedophiles, basically. Oh man, my Japanese radio's running out. Keir Stalin, someone. Keir Stalin. The stuff that don't get mentioned. My computer's freezing up a little bit, folks. You'll have to bear with me. Yeah. Two-tier Keir. Yeah, he's got loads of nicknames, hasn't he? He's only been in like a month or whatever. And all the people hate him. I don't even know how he got in. It's blatantly rigged, isn't it? Gotta be.
One thing's for sure, though, he ain't on the fucking fence anymore, is he?
No, well, the day after he got in, oh, we got a pop. Who is it? It's Dr. Ben. You're welcome, Ben. Oh, I thought it might have been some odd bod then.
Where is it at?
Hello, Ben. How you doing, mate?
Pretty good. I don't know if I got this set up right or not. I thought this was. I had it.
Yeah, we can see you.
We got you.
Okay.
So what's this about your Muhammad comic then? That sounds interesting. Are you making one?
I don't know. I don't think I was. I drew Muhammad
it's false news. It's
back
fake
in the
news.
day with Mickey Mouse.
Oh, you've already done him. Hang on.
But that was.
Hang on, I'll zoom you in. 2 seconds.
Yeah, that's him and Mickey Mouse.
Come on.
I never got that's what I'm saying. That was back in 2016.
Mickey Mouse.
That's what I'm saying. That's back when
well, maybe
Donald
you
Trump
should.
first ran.
Yeah.
There it is. The cover at the time, like you heard about Thomas Jefferson has like children with his. Well, Bill Clinton has a son with a lady that lived in wherever that is, Missouri or wherever. That's he's like he's black. That's what he would be. He'd be called a black person. He's had a campaign to be recognized by his father, Bill Clinton, for a number of years, ever since back in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? Like it's always been like a thing that was it'd pop up and then they'd kind of like shut everybody up and so that's what I'm saying. That back in
So Clinton's got a black bastard son then.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's one way to put it. His name is Danny Williams. Danny. I think he calls himself Danny Clinton Williams or Danny Williams Clinton. One of the two. But that was. I was trying to raise
in an offensive way, calling him a bastard. In England, we call someone a bastard if they're like born out of wedlock.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That is the technical, like maybe like legal term or something, because if he's not recognized as.
2 seconds, Ben. I've got to plug my speaker in. You've gone all quiet.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know why it's not coming through on my my things. Like it's not coming through on my my headphones.
Give me 2 seconds, Ben.
Huh.
1 second, Ben.
Wait, maybe is that doing it? I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like I'm worried that like it's gonna
don't we?
do the echo thing for you, and I don't want that.
Bluetooth mode.
That's better. Can hear you again now. Sorry about that. You're breaking up a little bit now and again as well. I think the internet's a bit like itchy, scratchy.
There we go. Okay, I think I got.
But
I think
maybe
I got it now.
That's a thing you should start looking into, Ben. Oh, it's going slow again.
Oh.
Right, strange signal. If you lot can hear me, the police are doing their job. He sent a £5 super chat. Thank you, strange signal. The police are doing their job by not doing their job. You all deserve better than blood and rubble. Police be upon you. Yeah. Yeah, I think though, Ben, you should get in touch with the Dutch government somehow, or the embassy, because he'd be well up for that. If you're up for doing a Mohammed poster or cartoon, that might get in like all the schools over there.
Well, you know that how do you say his last name? Faustin? Bosch?
Did you see the
Faustin, that fella? He was on Katie Didd's channel the other day. He was the guy that drew I think he might have been the one that started like a Draw Muhammad Day. But it was like back in the day, like in America, like they had a thing and like he went to the show. They were having a big show for it for Draw Muhammad Day. And that was the one where two guys tried to come and get him, and they got they didn't make it. Two extremist fellas, but that's Bosch Faustin. He was on Katie Didd's channel. He's been on Ethan's channel a few times. He's a legit dude. He's got his comics called like Pig Man is what he calls it.
Wow. Right. Well, the Dutch government at the minute are on about making a picture of Mohammed like everywhere in the Netherlands. They want it in schools. They want it on billboards. So it might be something to get in on. I'm just saying, for any of you artists out there that aren't
like
pro-Islam, then it might be something. Just have a little look it up. They might like it. You might make a bit of money off of it.
Like
But you
everyone
will be
could contribute.
sacrificing yourself a little bit because you'll be hated by Islam. So it's kind of like a double edged.
Wait, are they wanting
maybe
like
like a
satirical
coalition
pictures?
of artists, so they can't just blame one another. I'm not sure. I watched this speech just now. I played it on the show. You might have to go back to see it, but he was saying how he don't want it to offend. Islam. He's not doing it to offend Islam. He's doing it to prove a point. That they will not tell him what he can do.
It's a free country, so you are supposed to be. See, if someone like draw a picture of saying Jesus Christ, we're not going to go around killing Muslims for it, are we?
Exactly. People depict Jesus. They depict God as an old man with a beard. You don't see Christians getting angry about it and saying, "Oh, we're going to kill you because you drew our God." It's pathetic.
Maybe we should. Maybe we should. Maybe that's what the answer is to.
Yeah, maybe we should.
I mean, just just throwing it out there. Obviously,
point,
whatever we're doing isn't working.
It's all right being peaceful, isn't it? But at some point, there's a breaking point, and you can only resist violence with violence. You can't just sit there and let them fucking rape your country and kill your kids and infiltrate everything and indoctrinate the next generation of youth to believe in total bollocks. You got to stand up, and that's what the people in Britain at the minute are starting to do, and they're hating it. Our government are hating it, although I secretly think that they've wanted this for a long time, because now it gives them the authority to stamp down with their like fascist laws. They can just say, "Oh, you're far right. We can arrest you just for being here."
All right, it's all just.
Before he got in, he was all about the Union flag, and now look at him.
Yeah.
What's Starmer saying about all the riots and stuff?
And he's only there by people.
Oh, he's agreeing with the Muslims and the migrants.
He's saying everybody who's out there protesting there, they're going to regret it. That's what he's saying. They're going to be put with heavy prison sentences.
Yeah, he's going to come and arrest anyone that protests.
But then when Black Lives Matter are rioting on our streets, he takes the knee and supports it.
Right.
What would you do, Ben, if your prime minister, your president turned around? What would all you Americans do?
Delay.
Yeah, we got a bit of a delay, but I want to know what all you Americans in the chat would do if your president turned around. Turned around and said that you've got to, if you even attempt to protest, you're going to get details in.
Yeah, I mean, they'd still probably like protest, but it would be more like I think it'd be a lot more like paid like agitators to like weasel into like their whatever you would call that, like opposition groups or whatever. So I'd imagine you'd have like a bunch of protests at the start, and then they would just work on you'd have to work on like whatever, like the legal aspects, unless you want to go full on, like tits up, let's do it. But assuming you want to go for like the peaceful option, you gotta like then look at whatever ways you can grab like small areas of power that are overlooked and use those to further whatever the agenda may be. So that's why, like in America, a lot of like the right wing people like took over like parent teacher association kind of things wherever they could, like small like little things that they could like kind of like gain control of, like committees and shit like that, and put forward whatever their ideologies were. So I mean it's the same thing the Muslims have been doing over there in London and whatnot, like form together, get their little community of like everybody who's gonna all vote the same, you know what I'm saying? Like they're all just like, this is where are gonna be our spot. Like if any big city in America has got that too. like down in like Miami and whatnot, different parts of Florida, it'll all be all Cubans, right? It'll be all Cuban immigrants and their families, and like they'll just all take over, you know, like the
Right.
city council, the parent teacher stuff, you know, all the things that like you wouldn't think of as like, you know, I'm gonna create a revolution.
I
I'm gonna
guess
take over the parent
in
teacher
America,
association. But yeah, that's what I'm saying.
in
Like
some
it's
ways, your cities must be worse because you've got a totally like bigger. You've got all sorts of migrants in America.
right. It's more spread out, definitely is the thing. So like it'll more just be like ethnicities, like it'll all be in one area. But I mean that's kind of like with America, like when it was like 100 years ago, it'd be like, you know, this was like the Irish area or like the Italian neighborhood or the Finnish neighborhood or whatever. So I mean, I don't know. It's kind of our thing, but also like
Segregation, basically.
yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I've been
Do you
paying
not see
attention
that
to
as
the
a
news over
bad
there.
thing? That each race has its own kind of neighborhood.
Not really. Like I don't
And
think
they're
you
not
can
actually
force.
integrating.
Yeah, I don't think you can like force people to like integrate. Like I don't think I don't think that's ever a good idea. Like whether it's
But do you not
you know,
think, out of respect for the country you're living in, that you should integrate?
yeah, well, that's what I'm saying is I think people should like just
Breaking up,
invariably
then.
communities should, but like if it's you have to integrate, you have to get along with these people, or you have to accept these people to be integrated. You know what I mean? Then it's being forced by the state. Like, but you know what I'm saying? Like if it's just like, you know, people, your neighbors move in, people move in, whatever, and you just kind of like learn to get along together, that's one thing. But when it's like imposed, where like one side gets like better protection,
Yeah, that's what
when
I
you
mean.
start.
Not being forced, but people should have a better mindset. If you're going to move to a country, you should want to respect their culture and their people. I mean, if I went and moved to an Arabic country, then I would have to go by Arabic tradition, wouldn't I? Or I'd just get ostracized and arrested.
Right.
I'd have
Yeah, I
to
mean,
dress like a Muslim. I'd have to do stuff like that in certain Islamic countries. So it's kind of one-sided, really, because like by having your own little neighborhood, you're segregating yourself from the culture that you're moving into. But America's got a great culture. America is one of the best cultures in the world. You're the leaders of freedom and liberty. And when a migrant comes there, ignores all that, and just goes by their own laws that they've been raised on in their country and says, "Fuck American law. I go by my law, by my God." I see
Right.
that as disgusting, personally. I think that they should just be.
Well,
they should be booted out or put in camps or something. Because
it opens up like
the
other
native population.
We're seeing it now.
Right. It opens up like immigration being like for other reasons than just wanting to see the world or wanting to better your life. Like people can immigrate, which see that's what I'm saying too, is that's been a thing like in America. Every time there was like a new state or something back like in the old 1800s and stuff, and even a little bit into like the last century, people would like move into new states and move to like new places for like political reasons, like when they were trying to have like the number of like pro-slavery and anti-slavery states. I think what they call it, like abolitionists, right?
I think
they would move into a new state and they would try to overpopulate it with their people that were with their idea to get. That's what I'm saying. Like it's the same thing, just kind of a different perspective.
Yeah. But there's also a big difference that people also conveniently mix up immigration with migration. Like if you migrate into a country, you're doing it legally. You go in there, you're getting a job, or you're going on holiday there and then fucking off back to your country at the end of it. You're not just sneaking across and expecting that country to just support you and not do anything for it. That's my point. I'm not against migration. I'm against illegal immigration. Because you're a criminal at the end of the day. You're stealing food out of the mouths of my peers, my countrymen. You're stealing jobs. You're stealing what we're entitled to, and not contributing back into our system.
Why is someone like sneaking in? Is my first question. You know, like if you're not following, like there's a rules to go into like cities. There's a rules to go into different places. Like if you're trying to sneak in, that automatically, like why? What are you doing? What are you trying? Are you trying to snuggle in? You know, pornography or something? What's going on?
You got something to hide, haven't you?
Right. So that's you know what I picked this one up the other day. This seems like, I don't know if you watch if you ever look at Johnny Ryan's stuff.
I think you're a more chilled guy than me, Ben.
This is Fat Cop. This is just a whole.
Hang on, he's gonna zoom you in.
Fat Cop. There he is.
He's going.
Fantastic. It's all black and white, and it's all just. I don't know why my camera's all the wrong way.
You said it's sounding like you said black cock.
No, Fat Cop.
Fat Cop.
Fat. Fat Cop. See, and if you look at him, he's.
Yeah, Bjorn heard ya. You're breaking up my end. It's like. Yeah.
We've got to work with the delay a little bit, haven't we? Well.
Oh, right. I forgot about that's what too. Like everything here has been
trying
all.
to zoom you in, but my computer is so slow.
Zoom in on my face. Let me try and bring it back. Wait, hold on. What if I do? No, that just makes it worse. I don't know what's wrong with my thing. Oh, wait. There we go. That's better. It's all like obscene black and white cartoons. Lots of. Here we go.
That looks like some fine work then.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Johnny.
It's really
that's
good,
Johnny
mate.
Ryan.
Fat Cop.
We do have a hell of a delay. Man, that's horrible. I'm sorry.
It is a massive delay. But yeah.
We're fucking each other up with this fucking delay.
I'm gonna, for the first time in the history of Scab Cast, I'm gonna just kick you off, Ben. All right, it's nothing personal, but I think it's slowing up my computer.
I understand.
All right, so thank you for coming in, brother.
And keep on that fine artwork done.
Yeah, keep it up, and I'll catch you again soon. All right. Hopefully,
all
the
right.
show will stop jamming.
Yeah, no, the computers is all. I hear you. It's all good.
Thank you. Catch you soon, mate. I think I had to do that. I'm sorry, Ben, if you're still listening.
Yeah, it's a fucking shame. Oh, fucking shame.
Yeah, but yeah, it's running better now. It was really like Ben was just going, and it's kind of like I want to listen to
like
you.
Johnny Five having a fucking mental trip.
Yeah. Yeah, you're saying it looks good. You're saying it looks good to you lot, but if we can't hear what he's saying, then he's pointless, isn't it, really? Because we're just only catching bits of it. It might be all right on YouTube when it comes out, but it's really bad, I reckon.
To us, it was like two Joe Bidens trying to have a conversation.
Yeah, it was like, I don't know if Ben, I think Ben had it as well. He must have heard us breaking up.
He did.
Right. I've got, I'm trying to find a video that I had earlier. It's from one of my admins, from one of my mods. She made a song. It's a patriotic song about England. Thank you everyone who's tuned in tonight and tuning in. I am trying to look at your chats, but I was also like really intensely trying to listen to Ben, and I was just catching certain words. It's definitely something wrong with my computer. I need to clean it up. I think it's going really slow. It keeps coming up with messages telling me that it's frozen. You know, I've got to wait. I got booted out of the studio just now. Right. Here we go. This song is by Dark Mind Lavelle. You can find her channel. She's one of my admins, my mods. You find her channel and sub to it. She's got some brilliant songs on there. I'm gonna quickly share it for you now. And me and Bjorn will have a little quick break whilst it's playing. Just to have a beer. And a breather. Two seconds, folks. Talk amongst yourselves, students. Just rewind it for you. It's all going slow. Excuse your Uncle Johnny. I'll get a better computer soon. They're just bloody expensive nowadays. Looking at like £1,000 for a good one.
But justice falls as a freedom wanes. Security policing a dark divide. English and British nowhere to hide. Peaceful voices, silence cries. Even the others under hostile skies. Women and children are not spared. In this land where hope's impaired. Puppet masters pull the strings. Keir Starmer shadows bring. Working for the secret few. But the lion wakes with roar anew. Underneath the veil of night, a faceless group devoid of light, with whispers in their ears, fueling the public's deepest fears. A nation spirit, worn and torn, from every corner a new dawn born. The people gather, fists held high, for truth and freedom they divide. Puppet masters pull the strings, Keir Starmer shadows bring. For the secret thing, but the lion wakes with roar anew. The people gather, fists held high, for truth and freedom they defy. Puppet masters pull the strings, Keir Starmer shadows bring. Working for the secret few, but the lion wakes with roar anew. Puppet masters pull the strings, Keir Starmer shadows bring. Working for the secret few, but the lion wakes with roar anew. Enough's enough, the people shout, breaking free from chains of doubt. In unity they find their might, against the darkness they will fight. A revolution rising strong, in the streets a hopeful song. No more puppets, no more lies, a new dawn breaks in freedom's eyes. Puppet masters lose their hold, Keir Starmer stories told. The lion wakes with hearts so true, in unity see, they see it through. From shadows deep to lights embrace, the people stand, they find their place. No more precious grip to bear, in the lion's wake, they breathe the air.
Yeah, thank you, Dark L. I really enjoyed that. Bjorn is just going to have a quick break a minute. I hope you like this song, people. Don't Mind the Veil actually makes some brilliant stuff. She started off in the NFT community, but she's a very good friend of mine, and she's an artist as well. Lots of media stuff, and she does game streams and all sorts. Quite an interesting channel. Don't Mind the Veil. Have a look. She's usually in the chat. I think she's busy tonight. Probably watching. Loyal watcher. Yeah, England though, folks. England. We're really in trouble here at the minute, and I'm not joking. It is a very scary situation. If you've got a family or like skin in the game, then it's different. It's different because it affects you more. These single student young Gen Z and Y people, they don't get it. They don't understand. They don't see the damage. The damage is being done. They won't until they have kids, and their kids grow up having to learn Islamic ideology and LGBT shit. Well, you don't even have that because once Islam's taken over, there won't be no LGBT stuff. They don't like any gay people, not even like normal gay people, let alone the woke ones, the weird ones. Like you got your normal gays, haven't you? Like your classic 80s and 90s gays, proper manly men, and like proper old school gays. And then you got today's weird ones, the ones that just are a bit odd, and they just want attention. They want attention, and they want to be center of everything. They want you to bow down to their rights. LGBT or the alphabet people, as some people call them.
I like that one, the alphabet people.
Yeah, the alphabet people. And they're the ones that, like, the thing is, they defend a lot of radical Islam. They defend them. But once the Islamists get in power, they'll turn against all you LGBT people, not you in the chat, but all the people. If any LGBT people tune into this and watch it, they will destroy you. They'll use you and persecute you. And you won't have us to defend you either. The normal British people that are liberal, the ones that allow you to be gay in the first place. The British is what England and Britain is the pinnacle, and America. We are the pinnacles of liberty. We are so liberal that we fucked our own countries up through it. Look at it. We let so many people in because we were being nice. What's this? Someone said Islam is okay with trans, but not gays. That's only semi-true. I know there's one Islamic country where if you're gay, I think it's Saudi Arabia or something like that, they'll allow you to have a sex change because they won't accept you being a gay. But yeah, it's not all of Islam. That's fake news. It's one specific country that is run by a certain Islamic government. That's not every Islam. If you follow Islam by the book, then anything like that is just disgusting. You're a demon to them. Yeah, they're already turning our law and culture against us. Well, they're making their own laws, aren't they? They're getting laws installed. like hate crime and stuff like that.
And like hate is a perfectly natural human emotion, isn't it?
Exactly.
It's all right to really not like something.
Yeah, you're a bit like, if you went through your whole life not being angry or hating anything, then you're very low IQ, aren't you?
You'd be a fucking robot, really.
Yeah, you're like a robot
programmed
bimbo.
to think one way.
Humans are made of emotion.
Exactly.
It's caused us to evolve. I mean, if it weren't for anger and hate, we wouldn't have had any of the great wars that led us to where we are. And like it or not, we need war. You're never going to have a world where there ain't war. It's impossible. There's always going to be someone who don't like the other person, and you can't force people to live together and expect them to like each other. Like Dr. Ben was saying about forcing people to like a culture. I get what he was saying in a certain area. Like if it became mandated, that's a bit fascist. But my point was that if you move to a country, this is not including the illegal ones. This is for the legal migrants, people that come here that we know about, that live here. And some of them are guilty of segregation still. They live in their own little communities. They don't care about British values. It happens. And that is what causes animosity. People are scared of what they don't understand. And if you're going to hide all your stuff from another part of the... If one tribe hides something from another tribe, they're going to be suspicious of you, ain't they? If you don't talk to them, don't tell them what's going on. Anger is an energy. Yeah, famous words from John Lydon, Johnny Rotten. Anger is an energy. It is. It can be used. It can be utilised for good. Anger.
Yeah, definitely.
It's like Jordan Peterson says. If you're not you can't be a peaceful man if you're not capable of great violence, because you need to be capable of violence
to create the peace.
If you're peaceful anyway, you're not peaceful really. You're born
submissive.
Yeah, submissive. That's it. He says it in a better way, but most of you lot watch him anyway because I know you're all based. So you like Jordan Peterson. If you don't, you lose 1 point of respect from me.
And 2 from me.
And 2 from Bjorn. So that's 3 points altogether. Remember that. And we write it down, mind. We'll write your names down in our little books. We got books of people that we don't like, or people that... I have one anyway. I got one with like my enemies in it. And people I do like as well. Home. You just put homeless. What were we talking about? Oh, the homeless. The homeless, maybe? No, we want. Can you elaborate on that, Dennis, my old mucker? I talk so much about different things that by the time you've typed it, I've probably gone way past it. Fantastic wars. There have been some great wars, haven't there? I mean, hate crimes make more sense. I'm completely open to X. We are so liberal, we are completely open to exploitation. Yeah, that is it. But the divvy ones, the young ones growing up, they're getting taught it, they're getting brainwashed. It's disgusting. And you see them all the time in London, in all the British cities. Little like liberal students that ain't got a clue what they're on about. They're midwits. They learn a little bit about a subject, the bits they like. Oh yeah, I get ya. Homeless. Yeah, where it feels like home to you. Yeah, I get ya. JBP, a bunny. What's this? Jordan B. Peterson quote: "A bunny isn't virtuous because it doesn't hurt anything. It isn't capable of violence." Yeah, that's it. That's what I was putting across. Yeah, you've got to be capable of violence to be peaceful. Otherwise, you're just weak. Oh, yeah. Hat, not hate. Sorry. Hat, not hate. When you're passive, you'll accept anything. Yes, submissives. Like Bjorn said, you're submissive. You're a simp. How many cities rioted? At least like 4 that I know of.
At least.
Birmingham, Manchester, Southport, Bristol. I believe there was something recently when Tommy done his thing after, when he got arrested, because his protest was actually peaceful, Tommy Robinson's, but they won't tell you that.
And they still went around the police, didn't they, arresting peaceful middle-aged women who were fed up with the state of the country.
Yeah, definitely. Sorry, did anybody delete my last message? Dennis Rodriguez. No, no one would have deleted your message, Dennis. I probably just missed it.
No, you won't get deleted on here,
Yeah,
Dennis.
my mods don't delete your messages. Hang on, I'll have a look for it. Unless it's YouTube. Sometimes who was that, Johnny? Is what I saw last. Yeah, YouTube sometimes does it. I've had it happen on other channels. If you put a certain word, YouTube can stop your comment. But I know that none of this, whether you love me or hate me, I'll let you chat in my chat. I might dish you back, but I ain't going to boot you. Cardiff, yeah, that was another one from Tree Goblin. Basically, the majority of our major cities, the important ones anyway, like Liverpool, Manchester, Birmingham. In Liverpool, they fucking hate it because the government are calling them right wing, and they're one of the most. And for them to be called right wing, that's just insane. They're some of the most like woke cities you could go to, really. Nowadays, they've all got like their LGBT areas and stuff like that. Whole streets dedicated to it, like a gay quarter. Again, segregation. The gays want to segregate themselves, not come to normal pubs. Rotherham and Blackpool, Tree Goblin said, yeah. In Rotherham, where Tommy's from.
No, Luton.
Luton, yeah. Rotherham's a bad one now, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's pretty much like fully
lost. Rotherham's lost.
Shit going on there with the Muzzers. This show surprised if they strike some of it. They turned up at YouTube. What's this? This sounds interesting. They turned up YouTube censorship after Trump got shot. Ah, right. There you are. There's your answer, Dennis. You must have said something that the communists at YouTube didn't agree with, so it hasn't filtered through. Because I would see it. If it was held for review, it would tell me. I don't do that with any of my chats. You can set it to do that. I don't. You can see any word in my chat. I see that Tommy got out of the country. He has to. He has to, mate. He's got. I think he lives abroad most of the time now because he's got to go into hiding. Because most of the Muslims here, well, all of them, pretty much, 95% of them would kill him as soon as look at him. And they'd be heroes for doing it as well. Amongst their own animals. Yeah, he's on holiday and he deserves it as well. Look at him. Look how hard he's worked for our nation. People don't realise that. Poor bloke. He ain't got a job, has he? He has to make money whilst doing this as well. And he's basically the white version of Martin Luther King. You know, in my eyes, nowadays, like that sort of figure, he's got that kind of thing on his head. People will want him dead. because he's standing up for a race, for his people. Well, not even for a race, for a nation, for a culture. Tommy's got all sorts of friends. Hindus, Sikhs. And they're not all white. Very little of them are. Yeah, it can read and understand the chat. Yeah, YouTube AI. Yeah, I don't trust YouTube at all, folks. But just so you know, yeah, I wouldn't censor you. And if I find out any of my mods have been censoring you, I'll take their scanners away, because I don't want that. I'm not here for that. Freedom of speech all the way. In it, blood, someone said. In it, blood, Mr. Self-Destruct says. Media have given... Oh, what's this? Media have given Tommy's families... Yeah, they did give out his addresses. He's had lots of shit, Tommy. He even had his, a couple of years ago, his daughter got assaulted at his swimming pool by a Muslim. And he ended up getting arrested for that, for defending his own family. It's like the government just think he deserves everything he gets. Yeah, me and Bjorn are fed up of it. We'll be willing to fight when it kicks off. Especially if they come to us or the people we love. We'll be ready. We got a plan. I won't tell you what it is, but we got a plan. F. Cisco, that Francisco, is that like code for San Francisco? That's a pretty woke place, isn't it? That's like what we got a city over there called Brighton. I think San Francisco is like your gay capital, isn't it? Something got one of my routers lost last night. I had to reflash it and secure it for you got hacked. Government attacking your router. I won't be surprised. They're trying to silence us. Yeah, the BBC people, coming from an Englishman, I wouldn't trust them as far as I could throw them, any of them. They're all dodgy, lying, woke cunts. They want the downfall of our country. Don't trust them around the world. I don't know what your version of them is. What is it, Fox? Is that the one that's really fake? Or is that the good one? You've got a few different ones, haven't you, in America? NBC? Right, yeah. There's probably a few big queers there as well. The BBC is ran by commie pedos. Yeah, you preach, Tree Goblin. And we allow it. We allow it. The British people allow it. They don't stand up and go and burn the BBC buildings down and nothing. Letdowns, a lot of them. Oh, here we are. Here are all the dodgy American ones. Globo Corp Media. ABC, NBC, Fox, PBS, CNN. Are they all the dodgy ones then? Don't worry, Dennis says. In Germany, the equivalent of BBC is absolutely disgusting. Yeah, Germany are kind of like woke through guilt though, ain't they?
Well, the whole country's been guilt tripped, haven't they, since the Second World War. You see documentaries I've seen on TV, and the people talking on there, they're just filled with guilt from what they've been taught since the war. Like somehow they're still, the people that are alive there now actually responsible for what happened to the Jewish people.
Exactly, yeah. It's pathetic, isn't it? Like, if I was a German, I wouldn't give a fuck. Like, obviously you're not going to glorify Nazis, but you ain't going to like say, oh,
Of course not. But you're not going to take on the guilt of what people did decades before you, are you?
Even if it was like your great granddad or whatever, it's not your fault, is it?
Exactly.
You weren't alive. You didn't influence his mind.
And even if it was your great granddad,
Yeah.
Him and the whole country was influenced by controlled media and propaganda from the Nazi Party.
Yeah.
Made to fear people from outside Germany and fed this bullshit about the Jewish conspiracy.
Yeah. Tree Goblin says, I don't think the British have had a say since 1066. That was when William of Normandy took us. We've been all right since then. We've done some good things since then. But I'd say when Britain really fell was like the millennium, really. When you noticed things changing.
Yeah, Tony fucking Blair.
Yeah, Tony Blair era. After that, in my view, for me seeing the world growing up from that era as well, that's when things started visibly noticing and we started realising what's actually going on. King Charles is a pioneer of the West, yep, and so is Keir Starmer. King Charles is a bit of a letdown. I mean, God bless him, he's my king, but he's a very lefty thinking, progressive man.
But I do look forward to the day when Will was king.
Yeah, his son William will be a much better person. He's not woke either.
He's like us, isn't he? More like us.
Yeah, he's liberal and he's charitable, but he's not woke. I don't think he'll be pushing stuff like Charles has. Charles is like Green Party and stuff, isn't he? He votes for things the way he doesn't vote for him, but he's aligned himself with stuff like that, like environmental parties and things. We're not allowed to actually know who the royals vote for. I don't even know if they're allowed to vote. Mr. Perfect knows CIA controls US media. Yeah, and our government probably control our media, to be fair. Most countries do. There's very few independent media outlets, and if they are, they're usually little things like on YouTube and stuff like that people have had to make themselves because the government won't fund them because they know they're not falling in line. What's this? They've owned everything since William the Conqueror, even the ground beneath our feet. Now it goes deeper than William. It goes deeper than William the Conqueror. He's not the one who ruined our country. I mean, yeah, he kind of like bred in with some of the Celts and the Saxons, but he kind of, to be fair, he improved our country.
He did do a lot of good, really, to be fair.
We had castles and things. Like,
well, the Tower of London even was built by William the Conqueror, you know.
Yeah, I don't agree with him killing the Saxon king at the time, but it's just what happened, isn't it? And he was persecuted from the French anyway. Like, his dad, William of Normandy, wouldn't give him any titles because he was a bastard in France. He didn't class himself as French. He was a Norman. And at the time, Normans were just advanced Vikings, basically. They came from Vikings anyway, but they were more civilized. They took more like Catholic sort of influence rather than their pagan gods. Love a Newcastle. Yeah, William built things. Yeah, he did. So the Romans tried building things as well. Some of their stuff's here, but we chased them off. They never actually conquered us properly over thousands of years. They tried about 2 or 3 times.
Well, we was a bunch of savages, weren't we?
Yeah, the Picts.
They didn't know what to do with us.
When the Romans first come over in the ancient era, it was even before the Celts. It was the Picts, which were like wild people that just were naked. And they painted themselves blue and lived in the woods. And then it evolved into Celtic people. Then we had Saxons, and then the Vikings and the Normans all come and join in as well. The Normans are basically, here we are, the Normans are basically the end of the Viking age. Yeah, exactly. They're like what do you call it? Evolved Vikings. Like, they learned a lot more, didn't they? They're non-pagan Vikings. Oh, your messages keep coming up. Tree goblins are like, oh, here we are, a little shot at tree goblin. Tree goblins are like owls, they see everything from their lofty perch, yeah. Wicker Man, brilliant movie, Cammy. Wicker Man. That's what we need to start bringing back, I reckon. Making some like sacrificial wicker men and putting the migrants in it, the immigrants. If they don't want to go, we'll give them the option to go back. If they refuse to, then we'll chuck them in the wicker man. That'll solve a lot of problems. They are winners of the Viking Age, if you will. Yeah, kind of. I guess so. It depends how you see it, doesn't it? It's subjective. But if you were a Viking, you might prefer the old ways. You might not have wanted to be all poncy and forbid you, just dismay your gods and become Catholic. There were different sort of tribes, weren't there? Bjorn's a Viking. He comes from Denmark. He's one of the he's one of the pure ones, really. Not the bees. Not the bees.
Not the bees.
Bees. Talking about bees, they're becoming endangered, bumblebees. We got to help them because they help pollinate and they help trees grow and
They
things.
keep the balance, don't they? Like everything.
Yeah. Lots of woad around here. Peat bogs that need filling. Yeah. I get ya. I get what you're hinting at there. Shifter. Lots of peat bogs that need filling, yeah.
Shifter?
Shifter.
We've got a lot of stuff here that needs shifting, if you can help us out.
Yeah. Got a bit of merchandise if you want to help us shift it. Shifter. I've been saying, here we are, Tree Goblin from his lofty perch. I've been saying bring the Wicker Man back for years. Yeah, exactly. There won't be no harm in here, would there? It's a perfectly sensible punishment for crimes, I think. I also like the guillotine. I think that'd be good for certain people. It's fun to watch, isn't it? Make a public event of it. Bring back family days when they all go down the market, watch paedophiles get hung.
I think that was another French thing, wasn't it? The guillotine. What when it was
Yeah.
Uncle brought over when we used to sort of get rid of people a little bit more brutally.
We preferred hanging them, didn't we? And like what we've done to Braveheart, hanging them and then cutting them up.
And stretching them with horses.
Yeah. Yeah, basically. Yeah, that was it, wasn't it? Yeah, pulling them apart.
Drawn and quartered, wasn't it?
Yeah, you'd hang them for a little bit.
But not before they die,
yeah,
and then you stop.
Not enough to kill them. And then you'd like pull them apart after. Quite a nasty way to go. But some people deserve it. And they always will. There's always going to be animals. Violence breaks out in Bristol. Now, Bristol's quite a rough city. I go there quite a bit sometimes. And there's a mix. It's very liberal, very woke, but there's a few tough nuts there. What you Bristol's. I wouldn't say is rough as London, but not many places. He is like a dirty one. Loads up, hang on. It's a port city. He's a little bit Oh, the far right, are they?
It's bullshit, isn't it?
What the fuck is going on? They were angry, weren't they? Rightly so.
Looks familiar, doesn't it? Looks
Yeah.
familiar. Looks a bit like Black Lives Matter when that was happening.
Right, hang on. Someone just asked if I'm streaming in 4K. Let's just check my settings to see if the video plays better. I don't think I am, to be honest. Quality. No, I'm on the lowest quality. Low. Oh, no, I ain't. Let's try 144. Let's try that. See if that's any better.
Seemingly, they lit the fuse.
Yeah.
They didn't do it for fuck all, did they?
How fascist is that? How like 1984 is that? They've got some van going round with a robot voice. Anyone participating is committing an offence. Proper Nazis, aren't they? Look at it.
It's like they want us to fucking sit at home while children are being stabbed by immigrants and just sit back and watch it. And then when it's all over, just let's all sing, let's look back in anger like we did before, you know? Fuck off.
Fucking disgusting, isn't it?
So these are all season we didn't mention. We mentioned 6, didn't we? And this is like another 4. So there's 10 cities already.
That little scene that you seen then, of them kicking the door in, that was a woman in her 40s who wheeled a bin at the police. One of them little green bins you see in the background there. She wheeled one of them at the police and they're kicking her door in to drag her out.
And they released the images of it as well. They're so proud of themselves, aren't they?
Look at her. It's just a woman. Heavy-handed.
Look at this fucking dope. So she's saying this now, this far right buggery, but Black Lives Matter, they can riot, and these mugs get on their knees and support it instead.
Yeah. Yeah, they're dirty fuckers. Anti-fascists.
But they're actual fascists,
Yeah,
aren't they?
they're the fascists, aren't they? That's the thing. That's what they don't see. Adam Webber, they call him no sound. Sorry, Tree Goblin. There wasn't much going on really. It was just him talking about how bad the far right are. And there was a little counter protest at the end. Anti-fascists come and wind it up. Yes, sometimes the video sound don't work. It's working all right now, Grim Jim says. Thank you. Thank you, everyone that's tuned in tonight. We've got 18 people in a minute. That's quite good, considering I started early. I'm normally a late nighter, but Bjorn's a busy man, so I like to do it a bit earlier when Bjorn's on. He likes his beauty sleep, Bjorn. Don't like staying up too late.
Got to look after this, see?
Yeah. I'm a night owl, me. I sleep early in the morning most of the time. I like staying up at night. I like watching all the weird things, like foxes. Do you know foxes, when they fight, they scream like babies? They go, "Eee!" Do you get foxes in America? I don't think you do you?
I think they do.
Do they?
I think they do.
I know they get like coyotes, which are close, aren't they? Like wild dogs. I thought foxes were a European thing, but I might be wrong.
I think where you get squirrels, I think where then you get foxes too.
Ah, right. Part of the same sort of food chain, I guess. Dennis Rodriguez. I know there are foxes in Germany, foxes as well. I wasn't quite sure because I know there's some British animals you ain't got. There's a few in there, like I don't know,
like the Starmer.
Yeah, like Keir Starmer. Badgers as well. I think there's like a version of badgers in America, ain't there? Honey badgers or something, but we got like
vicious fuckers they are.
Yeah, they're nasty. Never seen a fox, says Mr. Self-Destruct. And they're cunning, they are. They're sneaky. It's because they like to come out when you're asleep. They'll probably come out between the hours of like 1 and 5 a.m.
Except now, over here, they're fucking out all day.
Yeah,
they're crazy little fuckers now.
Our foxes in England, they become urban. People are like, they're living off of rubbish and stuff. So they're like crack foxes. They're like on one straight away. We get that. What's that about Bristol? Tree Goblin, are you in Bristol, are ya? We get foxes on the rooftops in Bristol. Is Bristol a woke city then, Tree Goblin? You're a Bristolian, as they call it. Is it quite woke? What's your opinion of Bristol? Because I see a bit of both when I go there, but then I visit the rougher parts. I don't like the city centre. City centre's too like posh for me. And I can't wear my mask because people ask me to take it off. Bristol is very woke, he says. Oh, Dark Mind of Hell is in the chat as well. Bristol is very woke and it's full of students. Yeah, I notice there's a lot of students and they're usually woke, aren't they, most of the time? At least 70% of them. Some of them are free thinking. I've seen a few students on TV, like Young Generation, that are pretty based and have conservative values, but it's very rare. Right, folks, we've got about half hour left of the show. We're gonna wind it down in a bit. I'm gonna find you another video. What's this one? Show you a bit more what's going on. We might EFAP some live ones if we can. Liverpool, that'd be interesting. Let's have a look at Liverpool. Officer pushed off motorbike, attacked by right wingers. Bloody hell. Liverpool got right wing. You wouldn't have many of them.
See, these people are not right wing, though, are they? They're just pissed off.
That's it. They call it right wing. They're more like middle ground, really. Like us, we're sort of like middle, aren't we? Middle tilting to the right.
Just slightly to the right, I'd say, myself.
Yeah, a little patriotic, basically. A little bit patriotic, which is nothing wrong with. Warning, contains video that some may find offensive if you're a pussy. This is in Liverpool, home of the Beatles. What's that? Tree Goblin says, only South Bristol is real Bristolian now. The rest is imports.
I think I agree with that. Like you said, I spent a bit of time in Bristol myself, and I find cases like Noel and Artcliffe and cases like that there.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right.
They're real Bristol, real England.
I've never really been to North Bristol. I've been to the centre in the south, but yeah, I'll take your word for it, Tree Goblin. Did a gig in Bristol once. It didn't go down well. We ended up getting bottled on the stage. There was Antifa in the audience, you see.
Turns out they don't like getting pissed on.
Yeah, they didn't like Bjorn pissing on them. When all our other fans, they put up with it. They liked it.
They call it the golden shower.
Yeah, Bjorn's golden shower is his party trick. But they didn't like it in Bristol.
I don't care. I won't stop.
Ain't got no sense of humour. None of them. What's this? Muslims call bomb threats on kids' schools. They must be right wing too. Yeah, they are. They're the most right wing. Muslims would kill us all if they had their way. They'd be lining us up against the wall, shooting us. Probably worse. Oh, what's this? Tree Goblin. I grew up in Knoll. No, that rings a bell. That's in South Bristol as well, ain't it?
Yeah, I know Knoll.
No. Yeah.
No,
I think I know. Muslims, what's this? They are anti-kid stabbing wing. Yeah, exactly. That's what sparked all this off. One, because Tommy Robinson had a peaceful protest the other week, and then he was arrested after for playing a video that was banned to the public. And then he got let out. And then we had the thing kick off with the Rwandan immigrant. I think he was Rwandan, something like that.
Yeah, he was.
Raised in Cardiff, and he stabbed 3 little innocent girls. And the police are protecting him. Disgusting. And they wonder why the people are outraged. Can they not see it?
But this ain't a new thing either, is it? A couple of months ago it happened in Ireland.
Yeah.
You know, and then not long before other places around England.
I watched a video today where you had IRA sympathisers and Ulster sympathisers who've been enemies for almost hundreds of years, and they were teaming together.
Coming together.
Marching.
There you go. What does that tell you?
That's how bad the Muslims have done. They've pissed us off so much.
They've united mortal enemies.
They united mortal enemies that have been fighting for hundreds of years. So well done. Well done, Islam. That's what you got to face now.
We've got a good work.
I've seen videos of hundreds of Muslim men with weapons and balaclavas chasing, shouting Allahu Akbar, attacking people all over the UK. Yep.
And the police stand by and just do fuck all.
Yeah, you are right, my friend. That is happening. And our police are scared of them. They'll go and bully the unarmed ones, the ones that have got light skin, and they like the normal looking people. Ones with balaclavas and machetes now, they won't go near them. They just let them run off. They might be seen as racist, see? If they arrest a Muslim, then they might get fired for being racist. That's probably why a lot of police don't do it. Mosques are full of weapons, yep. That's true as well. There was a video I saw today with one of our police officers, one of the chiefs of police in Birmingham, shouting at a crowd of Muslims with weapons on a megaphone. And he said, if you have any weapons on your person, return them to your mosque and put them in your mosque where they are safe. That's what they said to him.
Fucking disgusting, isn't it?
Because the police won't go into mosques. Look, they're probably full up with all sorts of shit under the floorboards of mosques. Disgusting. And it is going to get worse. They're admitting it. We're seeing how bad and how corrupt our police are and our government are. And people ain't going to stand for it. Go on, Scousers.
Oh, look, so the police, they do have right up there, look.
Yeah.
When there's white people out in the street.
Yeah. That's so good. Look at it. Look. Look at him bashing him in the face with a shield. Look, he's unarmed. He's an unarmed man. And they're bashing him in the face with a big hard plastic shield.
He's not a young fella either, is he?
Yeah, he's got to be like late 40s, isn't he? Look at him, late 40s, early 50s. This is just the beginning, folks. My friend, I will not be deleting anything. It's not going to get me removed. It might get me a strike. I don't care. I'm here to speak the truth. If it gets me removed, it gets me removed. I've got a backup channel. If you would like to go and subscribe to it, it's called Scab Comics. So if I do get removed, then hopefully you can help me get back up on there. But this stuff needs to get out, Tree Goblin. I won't be deleting the stream. I haven't said anything that's not true. Everything in this video is true. I've seen it. I've seen it with my own eyes. No propaganda. There's one thing you can always count on with Johnny. I won't let you down. I'm going to censor myself to please other people. And if that is the downfall of me, then let it be. I will quite willingly get blacklisted to speak the truth. Rioters will pay price. Oh, here we go. This must be the Keir Starmer thing.
Yeah, it's tight. Keir Starmer's tough talk, isn't he?
Rioters will pay the price. And then he fucks off on holiday and leaves his little Angela Rayner horse face to deal with it all. He's a big man, isn't he? He threatens the British people and then fucks off. Starmer's got a big surprise coming to him, I reckon. He's caused so much hate. He's the focus of so much hate because he slammed his way in. As you can see with the chanting, problem is America. We've got big groups of Antifa or people that think they're Antifa, like neo-Antifa, because the original Antifa was created to fight against like the Nazis and stuff, the literal Nazis over in France. So it's a bit different. The people who call themselves Antifa today are just little kids playing at it, pretending that anyone against them is a Nazi. Because we all know that there are no proper Nazis in places of power anymore. Not in a big enough position that they could take control, like Hitler tried. But they want you to think that. They want you to think that we're all secret Hitler lovers that don't like any other colour. British people are the most racist people in the world. You can call yourself Irish, Welsh, or Scottish, but you call yourself English, you're a racist.
See, where were all these kind of reports when Black Lives Matter were rioting all over the country?
Yeah, exactly. You got some fucking librarian bird coming out. I don't even know who she is.
She probably never read a fucking book in her life.
Yeah, moaning about the foe. What's this? Tree goblin. Another Bristol post. What's that? Antifa in Bristol are posh boys from Clifton.
That's right, that's right. That's why they're a bunch of posh boys.
Yeah, that's probably what they are in most countries nowadays. They're like college students and trust fund kids, aren't they? Tree goblin. No West boy like Tricky. Tricky. I've heard of that name. Trick was at my school. Isn't he a musician or something, Tricky? I think we might have done a tour with him once. He might have actually opened up for us at a small festival. I can't remember. We've done so much fucking shit. Snakes, let's go. Marywood Boys School, oi oi. Is that, what's that? Is that where that went, was it? Marywood Boys School. Boys School? Oh, I'd hate to be in a boys' school. I mean, that was part of the only fun thing about being in school, wasn't it? Getting to see all the birds. What's going on in here? I've just been asked. You come in. Oh, fuck. Pause yourself. Yeah, it's jamming. We have been talking Grimmer, the storyteller. We've been talking about the plight of England and the civil war that's going on over here a minute against the migrants and the police. DJ Randall, rest in peace. I don't know who he is, but rest in peace, DJ Randall. You wouldn't want to see the birds around here. Well, in Bristol, they rough, are they? In Bristol, we got some rough ones in London, mate. I think they have all over the UK, to be fair. Tricky was in the wild bunch. Okay. Sorry for the bother. No bother. No bother. Yeah, we were. It's a very political show, and we're about to end in about 15 minutes. So if you want to skip back after, have a look. It was quite good. We've been showing you a lot about the riots, talking politics. You'll hear a little bit from me and Bjorn, and some of the people in the chat too. We've had a good little show tonight. Keeping it at 15 people. We hit about 20. All right, we're doing all right. And it's very early in America. Bear that in mind. It's probably about 4 p.m. over there. So a lot of them are probably like chilling out or gone to church or something. Gotcha. I'll give it a look. Yeah, it's interesting. We're trying to tell you the real news that's going on. Not the BBC, not the stuff you'll see if you look on the British news, because they're not telling you fuck all. They're making it out like all the normal people here are right wing. And everyone at the protest are right wing. They're not. It's families. It's normal citizens. They've had too much. They've had enough of it. So we got to bring you the truth. Because we always have, me and Bjorn. We speak our minds. We like to talk about politics and tell people exactly what's going on. Because we keep our ears to the streets. Real. Real knows real. Base. What's this one? What we got? We'll give you another one. Riots. Hotels. Yeah, a lot of the rioters were attacking hotels, and that might sound weird to you, but over here in England, when we get a lot of migrants coming in, hotels, they get put in like 4-star hotels, given food, beds, and it normally cost a normal person to stay there. You're looking at like about £100 a night or $100 in a night, and they get it for nothing. So it's kind of a bit of a joke, really, when we got citizens that are born and bred here dying on the streets in the cold in sleeping bags on the side of the road. Yeah, as you can see, right, there's a guy in a fucking wheelchair there protesting. This is not far right, right? British far right, real far right, are like NF, National Front, skinheads with swastikas and shit like that. There's no one there at these marches. No, it wouldn't be allowed by the people protesting. They wouldn't want Nazis there protesting with them. Tommy Robinson, when he used to do it, people like that used to turn up at his marches, and he's like, "Fuck off! We don't want you here. You're not representing what we believe." So it's just all propaganda. Am I still frozen? Or are you hearing me? Can someone give me a message in the chat? It don't look like it's doing much. It's a communist tactic to label the opposition fascist. Yeah, that is very true. I don't know if I'm frozen or not. You're all very quiet in the chat. Can you give me a little, here we are. I hear ya. Thank you, Dennis. I was just hoping I wasn't talking to myself again. Yeah, thank you everyone that's tuned in. And for those of you that joined a bit late, you're welcome to watch it back. It's Scab Cast at the end of the day. And I mean, it's not always the best show, but you're always going to get honesty. You're always going to get a good bit of chat. And you can ask me and Bjorn anything. We're honest men. Honest men. We'll tell you how it is. You are good, says Dennis. Si, amigo. It's mostly dads doing it before it's their kids having to. Yeah, exactly. It's families. People that are worried about their future. Yeah, not seen a proper skinhead in the UK since the 90s. It is a dying breed, really, isn't it? You get a few old chaps, don't you? Like old lot that still sort of carry on the skinhead look. They'll wear like Dr. Martens and polo shirts and stuff like that. But there ain't many real skinheads left in the UK, really. I don't see many in London anyway. I know that the mods are still pretty powerful. They still have their little meetups, the old mods on their little Vespas. They do like summer rides and all that. But yeah, there's not many proper skinheads around. Right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be ending the show soon. I want to thank you all for tuning in to me and Bjorn. And someone else has just tuned in. You're coming right at the tail end of it. Thank you for tuning in. You are all amazing people. Thank you for the memberships donated, and thank you for the super chats. It's always appreciated, and I'll try and put that when I finally access my YouTube account to get the money out, my Google AdSense, because I've got to go and verify my bank to get it out. I'll probably put it towards a new computer or something like that, so I can talk to you a bit better without having to go. Dennis Rodriguez says, take care, guys. Probably less than 1,000. What's this? Probably less than 1,500 real far right in the whole country. Yeah, exactly. If they are about, they're not known, are they? And the ones that do turn up are usually in like little groups of 10. They're not like proper. Goodbye to the people. You got anything you want to say to the chat, Bjorn?
Well, I'm a little bit fucking pissed off, really. It's just, just shit going through my head about what I've been speaking about, and just a bit disappointed with most of the people, half of the people in our country. We've got a lot of good people on the streets doing good things, being called far right folks, but keep up the fucking good work.
And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I will catch you next Sunday. And I might even do a little bit more work on mailing mysteries. Adios, folks. And as always, take care. And thank you for watching. You've been brilliant.
And be proud to be English.
Be proud to be English or American or German, whatever country you're from. Stand up with pride. Don't let them take you over. Love your country.
Hey, I just wanna say, I'm back. Goodbye to the people who hated on me. Goodbye to the people who loved me. Goodbye to the people who trusted me. Goodbye to everybody. Goodbye to the people who hated on me. Goodbye to the people who loved me. Goodbye to the people who trusted me. Goodbye to everybody. Now I've made some change in my life. Now I've moved on in life. Now it's time to say goodbye. Goodbye to everybody. Goodbye to the people who hated on me. Goodbye to the people who loved me. Goodbye to the people who trusted me. Goodbye to everybody. Goodbye to the people who hated on me. Goodbye to the people who loved me. Goodbye to the people who trusted me. Goodbye to everybody. I'm thinking deeply right now. My life without you, it's like wow, but I don't know how to explain this. I don't know why it's happening to me, but I just realize you're not the person you used to be. Now I've left this city. This bullshit is not gonna happen again. Goodbye to the people who hated on me. Goodbye to the people who loved me. Goodbye to the people who trusted me. Goodbye to everybody. Goodbye to the people who hated on me. Goodbye to the people who loved me. Goodbye to the people who trusted me. Goodbye to everybody. trusted me. Goodbye, goodbye to everybody. Goodbye to the people who hate on me. Goodbye to the people who loved me. Goodbye to the people who trusted me. Goodbye, goodbye to everybody. Goodbye to the people who hate on me. Goodbye to the people who loved me. Goodbye to the people who trusted me. Goodbye, goodbye to everybody.